On this episode, we're changing the electric motor on the compressor. The front blew in Texas. Brought all sorts of allergies in, so that's why my voice is all hoarse. And I'm coughing and making copious amounts of snot, so I apologize. So last week, I was working in the shop and compressor was going, and I was outside and my air supply started to dwindle. I came in here to see why the compressor wasn't running, and it was just smoking. So not a good sign. Took off the capacitors, checked those, they seem to be good. And then when you check the power leads, it's grounded. So something inside the motor kaputted. Supposedly this is a DeWalt motor, even though it doesn't say so. But on the Porter Cable DeWalt websites, these things are in between $400 and $600. And there's like a 10-day waiting list or back order crap. Hop on over to Amazon. This is a 3 horsepower. This is a 5 horsepower. What you're supposed to look out for is the RPM. RPM is the same, and the amperage is the same. So the reviews on this were pretty good. I couldn't find any specific to this model, so I'm taking a chance, but it kind of all looks the same. What you have to be worried about is the key size. So this is 5/8, this is 5/8. The bolt pattern, there's a little wiggle room in there, but it looks the same to me. So step one is kill the power at the breaker box. If you didn't do that, you'll find out the hard way. But I already did that, and then we can double check it on the motor. So the wiring for the motor to the switch is right here. So if we set it to voltage, we should be reading something, and we're not. So that's all good. And then continuity, this is hot, this is ground, hot, ground. And so when we were checking these switches, you know, this is not supposed to ground to everything you touch. So something in the motor burned itself up, and here we are. So we need these 3 wires, and these will just pop off. And this motor's 220, that one's 220, so you know your blacks and whites are both carrying voltage, so it's not a hot lead and a neutral and a ground. It's just 2 hot leads and a ground. Now we have to get the back cage off so we can get the belt off. So this one has like these little clips on the back. They just twist out with a pair of pliers. And then there's a bolted connection on top. So now we should be able to loosen tension on this belt, and then we should be able to get this pulley off. it's gonna fall off and fall behind, so, and I can't reach back there because I'm too short. Oh, look at that. Got it. This thing is pretty heavy duty. It fits on the new one. So now we can take this all off. And then there's the old motor going to the recycler. If you had air, now would be a good time to blow it off when it's done. Heavy. So the holes line up. So we're good there. This pulley's got a little rust in there. I'm going to clean that off. And I don't remember how long ago I purchased this compressor, but it says that the tank expires in 2026. So whatever that means. Put the belt on. So we got to go in some more. I'll put a couple bolts in it. So help us line it up straight. And so now the protective cover goes back on. If y'all weren't watching, I wouldn't put that back on. I'm only doing that because you're here. Oh, you forgot to lock the fucking pulley down. I'm gonna blame y'all for that. You should have told me. Hey, you forgot to lock the pulley down. "52 minutes on the clock." I don't know what kind of connections it has yet, but it comes with a wiring diagram. So we want it to spin counterclockwise, and that's the way it comes. So if you want to change, you just have to swap out If you want to change it to clockwise, all you have to do is swap out some wires on the board and it'll reverse. But we want counterclockwise. So it's got prongs, so we can hook these up. But this one's in our way. So if I move it back, then we should be able to just plug it right in. I think. Pull off of here. See how these two are connected? So we put this one here. Good, 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 good. Because they just want a hot lead here, a hot lead there, and a ground there. And I'm just going to put this on loose for now. I'm not going to put it on loose. I'm going to put it on all the way. So it's off right here. Let me go flip breakers and then we'll give it a go. See if it spins the right way. That's the wrong fucking way. Flip breakers. Would that make it a vacuum pump? Maybe so. So, bonus lesson. Switching the direction of the pulley. Maybe it's a good idea to take the bottom one off, the top one off instead of the bottom one. Change from counterclockwise to clockwise is the T3, T2 exchange. So this, oh look, it has a freaking label on it. T3. And then this one must be T2. T2. So plug this one in here. T2 goes here. T3 goes here. And then our power cable. Yes. And then I'm coming across like this. And all this gets shoved in like this. That got a little confusing and I was the one doing it. So now let's see. Boom, bonus. Close all the valves. Move the tools off. 1 hour and 12 minutes on the clock. Time check. 1 hour and 24 minutes. So about 10 minutes to fill it up. So I got 60 gallons and 26 gallons, so 86 gallons of air. So it's not even hot. So because it's 5 horsepower, does it have to work less? Or is it working at 5 horsepower, which just makes it work easier? I don't know. But from the old motor to this motor, 100% more quiet. The only thing you're hearing is this. With the old motor, it shook the whole shop, but it also could have been dying. Let me blast into the system. All is well. So this gauge is at 150, and this gauge is at about 120. And then when you start taking the air out, it goes down to about 95. So that's where I like to run all my tools. So there you go. New motor installed, $190 off of Amazon. You saw it work. Just had to switch those 2 wires. All is well. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a good day. GoPro, stop recording.